In this video, we will calculate joint probabilities in the Bayes theorem using the probability tree. If you don't have your workbook set up like this, pause the video now and go ahead and set it up. You can insert this intersection symbol by selecting Insert from the menu bar at the top of the screen, going to Insert Symbol. Then in the mathematical operators, you may need to select that. You'll find the intersection symbol. You can click on that and select Insert, and it will paste it where your cursor is. Go ahead and pause the video now and set up your worksheet. I've set up the worksheet like this to resemble a tree in Excel. We're going to calculate joint probabilities using a probability tree. In the example, we're given a few pieces of information. First of all, we're told that the probability of receiving a part from company A is 65%, so the probability of A is 65. I'll put that in 0.65. We have only two companies, so the probability of receiving a part from company A sub 2 is 35%. Over time, we have come to know that when we receive a part from company A1, the probability of receiving a bad part, given that the part is from company A1, is 0.02 or 2%. The probability of receiving a bad part, given company A sub 2, is 5% or 0.05. With those probabilities, now we can calculate the joint probabilities using the multiplication rule. We'll find the intersection of the two events, and that is simply multiplication. So I'll take the probability of receiving a part from company A and multiply that times, this is for a good part, so I'm going to multiply it times 1 minus the probability of receiving a bad part from company A. That would be the probability of receiving a good part. Company A sub 1 and a bad part is the probability of receiving the part from company A times the probability that it is a bad part, which is 2%. The probability of receiving the part from company 2 and it being good is the probability of receiving the part from company A sub 2 times probability of a good part from company A sub 2, which is 1 minus the probability of a bad part, company A sub 2, and the probability of receiving a part from company A sub 2 and receiving a bad part is the probability of receiving a part from company A sub 2 times the probability of receiving a bad part given the part is from company A sub 2. This is the tree diagram used to calculate joint probabilities. Here we have the intersection of parts from company A sub 1 and good parts. Here we have the intersection of parts from A sub 1 and bad parts, the intersection of parts from A sub 2 and good parts, the intersection parts from A sub 2 and bad parts.